I know it's recording. Turn this one up a little bit. Alright, it's your man Urban Lover coming back once again. Always got to rectify, identify, and make things more understandable. I know my phone might be upside down. I told you my mount is something wrong with it. I got to get a new one. Just ain't had time to actually go get one. But you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm dropping information to you. Now, I'm not addressing the LeBronites. I'm not going to address them because no matter what you say to the LeBronites, they just not going to get it. Because they only follow LeBron, they only care about LeBron. They worship and idolize LeBron. So no matter what you say to them or what you try to prove to them, even if you show them facts, stats, or whatever it is to prove your point, they still won't get it. That's just the way the world is, you know. And your job is not to sit there and debate and argue with them. You present what you got to present and you keep it moving. With that being said, I want to talk about the young core. It's funny when I hear, you know, fans keep talking about the young core are trash, the young core are trash. Not looking at the stats, trying to say, oh, well, you know, if we had Jason Tatum, if we had this other player, you know, the young core is, you know, it just ain't living up to the hype. Let me share something with you guys. First and foremost, you need to understand this. The young core is not trash. It's the freaking coach that's trash. And you have to understand and realize that. It's the coach. You know what I mean? Your players are only as good as your coach. There's once in a while a player come out and he's actually, you know, pretty hyped up to be good, whether he have a good coach or not. If you look at a lot of these young players, their coach had given them the green light, and they developed these young players way better. You look at the Mitchells, you look at, you know, Young coming out, you know, look at Daka, you know, Duka, whatever his name is. You look at all these good guys that's coming out, or these guys who are their coaches are actually allowing them to excel at their respective spots. When you look at the Lakers, you don't get that. I'm sorry, you don't get that. And that's why people who really don't watch the Lakers, who really don't give a hell about the Lakers, don't really know what the hell they're talking about. You have other fans who I understand because, you know, they say, you know what, it's win now, you know, forget the young players, we won the championship. I'm exempt, I'm not adding those guys. They're exempt because they're fans that have been probably with the Lakers for a while, and they type of players are so used to getting what they want, you know, like, you know, and they like little kids. I'm gonna have to be honest with you. Like little kids, they're expecting what they want, and if they don't get what they want, they will start crying too. Goddamn train. Let me go around. So in retrospect to that, when people say the young players are trash, all I can say is this, man. You gotta look at the coach. You gotta look at the coach before you start claiming these young guys are trash. I have to keep saying this over and over again because at the end of the day, this generation have a short attention span. And they just don't get it. They're okay today, not good tomorrow. You know, and that's the crazy part. Like, for instance, when the Lakers are winning, no one's talking bad about the young players. No one's talking bad about LeBron. But when we start to struggle, that's when everybody wants to start pointing the finger at individuals, players, and this and that. Well, I can always state this. The coach has been the same coach since we got him. Nothing changed with Luke Walton for the last 3 years since we had him. His rotations suck. His time management always sucked. Just his lack of experience as a coach has always been a bad situation. So you have to understand and realize that. So once you acknowledge that, then you got to understand where the players come from. This is the main reason why I always throw up the young players that already left the team. Because when you go back and you look at these young players and see what they're doing on their new respective team, you got to look back and say, damn, well, what if our coach was much more experienced at developing these young players? They would excel at, at their respective spots and levels. Like I said, you look at D'Angelo Russell. Even though a lot of people hate D'Angelo Russell, you look at him. He's excelling. We didn't give him opportunity. I know a lot of people say, well, we know we have to make the Mavs move. I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, you look at D'Angelo Russell, he's excelling. Regardless, he's on the East. Okay, we can say the same thing about LeBron James. He was on the East his whole career. He comes to the West, you know what I mean, where the West, you can't do what you did in the East. In the East, you can carry a team and make the playoff. In the West, it's a team effort. Sorry, one player is not going to make it. You don't believe me? Ex Kobe. When he had Lamar Odoms and all them guys. And Lamar Odoms and Brian Grant and all them when they came out from Miami. And they played against the Suns. And they was actually up, what, 2-1? And the Suns came back and beat them, I think, like that. Kobe didn't do anything because at the end of the day, he knew that he couldn't do nothing by himself. He needed help. So when LeBron comes over here at the age of 34, and everybody thinking like, oh, LeBron, he's going to carry the team, he's going to do this. And no. LeBron has to understand and realize and humble down that it takes more than one person to win. That's why, like I said, if you look at OKC, look at Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook decided to humble himself, take a seat back, and let Paul George carry the team, and he play off Paul George. Because of that, look where OKC at right now as a ranking. You got 1-2 punch. When you sit there and say the Lakers youth are trash, I'm asking like, well, who is the youth? Because if you look at the roster right now and the makeup of the roster is mostly veteran players on there. The only youth we got right now that's a part of the rotation. I ain't including Mo Wagner because he doesn't even get in the rotation. The only guys really Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart. Before that we had Ivica Zubac. Before Ivica Zubac got traded, he was actually playing good. When LeBron James went out, his game kind of diminished a little bit because they wasn't feeding him the ball. They wasn't getting him in his proper spots. So let's look at that as well. All right, he got traded. Lonzo Ball, before he got injured, the 3 games that they finally let him play to a point, because this whole season he wasn't even playing the point. He was playing the 2. So when people talk about Lonzo Ball, you got to understand his position was the point guard. That's what they got him for, to be a playmaker. They didn't get him to be an offensive threat. They got him to be a playmaker. So when they made him a freaking 2 guard to force him to start taking shots, that was his game. When LeBron James got hurt and Luke Walton finally stopped being stubborn and to let this guy allow him to actually be the point guard in the last 3 games, what did they do? The first 2 games they won, and in that last game they were beating Houston by 17 points before he got injured. They were smacking Houston as well, with Lonzo Ball at the point, being the main facilitator, making sure everybody was in position to score. Brandon Ingram was looking good playing off the ball, and even Kuzma was looking good. So let's make sure we hold up a little bit. Now we go to Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram, at the end of the day, Brandon Ingram's the only one that really been like given the green light by Luke Walton. But my thing over and over again, I keep telling people, Brandon Ingram is not. They try to make Brandon Ingram the point guard. They try to bring him the ball down. Brandon, I'm not taking him away from his ISO play. He still got to learn that. But he plays so much better when he's playing off the ball. If you notice, when LeBron James bring the ball down, he find Brandon Ingram in his spots to get him opportunity to make easy shot, or when he gets him the ball where he can isolate and actually attack the basket, depending on the mismatch. If you look at Brandon in the last 2 games, he's been dropping, I think he has, what, 29 and 27 respectfully. One game he had, what, 13 boards? This game right here that we just lost New Orleans, I think he had 29. I think he outscored LeBron, if I'm not mistaken. So Brandon Ingram has been playing pretty good. He averaging 18 points, I think. So when people say that young guys are trash, I look at it and say, no, they're not trash. It's the rotation that's trash. The rotation, like I said, the time management. When Luke Walton, when he sees some of the young guys do something wrong, he quick to take them out. But when the veterans do something wrong, he let the veterans ride. Once in a while, he'll take the veterans out. I gotta say that, but not all the time. Majority of the time, he'll let the veterans ride, and that all depends on what we got in our rotation and who's there based on health. And that's another thing people got to realize and understand. But Brandon Ingram has been playing pretty good. For those that say he's trash, I don't know what to tell you. I just think that some of y'all just smoking crack. Seriously, I think y'all getting high, man. Y'all don't want to tell your mother that you're getting high, that you taking her money out of the piggy bank, man, and going to get high. Now, for example, you get to freaking Kuzma. Kuzma has always been instant offense. And the funny thing is that the media, the other NBA players love Kuzma game, but the fan base, oh, he's trash. The only thing that hurt Kuzma is that his defense. Now, since LeBron James come there, he actually been kind of like basically looking too much towards LeBron James instead of just playing his type of game. The thing that you have to understand about Kuzma, and to this day, Luke Walton does not like Kuzma. You can say what you want. All you gotta do is just listen to what Luke Walton said about Kuzma. When Kuzma is doing good, Luke Walton, he'll say a little bit good, but there's always a but. And that but meaning that it's something that's going to come behind it. Something's going to come behind it to the point that he's going to talk about something negative. And that's what he's been doing as of lately when it comes to Kuzma. Kuzma has never had a play call for him at all. He never had a play call for him. Everything is based on him creating on his own, doing what he have to do as a player to get in position in order to make things happen. Matter of fact, last year, when the Lakers, I forgot what it was, last year the Lakers was getting spacked by somebody. Kuzma told Lonzo Ball, I'm about to go off. Not Luke Walton, he told Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball said, I got your back. And what did Lonzo Ball do? He passed Kuzma to Brown. That's the game I think Kuzma scored 38 points. And Kuzma came back and actually single-handedly beat the team. I forgot what it was. If anybody remember that game, you could talk to the people in the comment section. But when I hear people keep talking about the young players are trash, I say, no, they're not trash. But y'all fail to realize LeBron James is old. He's getting old. He can't do what he used to do back in Miami. He can't do what he used to do back in Cleveland the last year or the previous years. He's 34 years old. So after a while, he's going to start dying down. The average NBA player, when they get like the age of 34, 35, that's considered old. That means that you're old in the NBA. That means almost close time to retirement. So for LeBron James to still play at that level It's a beautiful thing. But at the end of the day, we got to look at not just the young players, but look at LeBron James as well. You got to look at all the stuff. You can't keep saying the young players are trash, they're trash. You got to look at the coach. What is the coach doing? What is he doing to get the best out of these young players? Luke Walton is not, I repeat, he is not a young players development coach. I tell people over and over again, when he actually was the coach, before Magic Johnson got there, the freaking stars, the starting player was only getting 25 minutes. Then when Magic Johnson got there, he told them, let them young players play more than 25 minutes. They weren't getting no playing time. Freaking, he even looked at Larry Nance and put Larry Nance in front of Julius Randle as a starter. And had Julius Randle coming off the bench. And it wasn't working. Once he figured out how to utilize Julius Randle, we started winning games, but it was too late. Then when we won like a whole bunch of games before the trade week came up, when he was told trading everybody, we went back into a decline. So it always been that, man. But at the end of the day, the young players are not trash. At the end of the day, it's just your fan base, man. The fan base is what's trash because y'all do not support the young players. Y'all don't give a hell about the young players. It's all about LeBron. What can we do in order to help support LeBron? It's about LeBron. And that's the thing that really frustrates me. And you watch all these young players that's being traded off and they're actually looking good in their prospective team. And we're right back to where we was at square one again. LeBron James got what, 3 years, and probably the fourth year, he probably opt out his fourth year with the Lakers. Played 3 years in that fourth year, probably opt out, probably go back to Cleveland. I don't know. But the thing is, at the end of the day, is that you got to still build something. What we need this offseason is a coach, an experienced coach that know how to develop young players if we keep the young players. But they know how to develop your young players and also know how to compromise with LeBron James to allow LeBron James to play his style of game too. But at the same time, LeBron James had to compromise as well to let, if we keep Lonzo Ball, to let people like Lonzo Ball be the main facilitator to bring the ball down so it take a lot of pressure off LeBron so he can be able to play less minutes and actually get the best out of him when we need him. LeBron James is doing too much. He don't need to do as much as he's doing now. Sometimes you got to let the guys like Brandon and Kuzma, let them go off. Give them the green light. Let them guys score. And you can just sit back and just let them take over. Kuzma and Brandon Ingram are not bad. They're not bad at all. I don't know what the hell people be thinking, but they're not bad. It's the point that you got a legend and a superstar who still are not humble enough to allow these young guys to take off. Brandon Ingram, if y'all notice, when Brandon Ingram got the ball, he waves LeBron off a lot of time. He just take over. When LeBron, you don't see LeBron get mad and get upset when Brandon go to the go and attack the basket and just say Brandon doesn't make a layup or he get fouled. You see LeBron, look at his body movement, look at his character, look at his facial expression. He get frustrated. But yet but think about it, he takes these freaking half-court shots. When you got somebody that's small on him, he only take him to the basket. But he'll settle for a jump shot, that go clunk. When he only attacked the basket. When Julius Randle was on him a couple times, he took jump shots. Didn't attack the basket. Eric Gordon on him a couple times. He took junk shots, didn't attack the basket. But we don't talk about LeBron James. And I know that he won 3 championships and all that, but at the end of the day, he can be critiqued just like these young players can be critiqued. And I tell people over and over again that you have to understand and realize, man, these young players listen, this is Kuzma, what, second year? Yeah, second year. This is Brandon with third year. They're still young. Still young. It still bothers me why they trade Ivica. 21 years old, man. 21 years old. Jerry West is I think Jerry West is going to develop this young player, man. It's like he fell in his lap. You know what I mean? But that's like a fair they did for Jerry West. Because at the end of the day, Jerry West still got tied with the Lakers. That's why I don't know why the Lakers organization didn't pick Jerry West back up and let him be a part of the organization. That was the most dumbest move I ever seen in my life. Jerry West had a lot to do with the Memphis, Golden State, and with the Lakers with Shaq and all them. And you don't let this man come back because you want to prove to the world that you can do it, Magic Johnson. The one who was about to get rid of everybody for AD. Now you got everybody playing like basically not engaged no more. And then when the offseason comes, there's no guarantee that New Orleans Pelicans might give you AD for them young players. They might send them to Boston or somewhere else that's going to benefit them. It's not about AD, it's about what can the New Orleans Pelicans get out of this trade. And that's what people fail to realize. We got AD. No, you're not. It don't guarantee we might get AD. Just because AD wanted to come to LA, Paul George wanted to come to LA. Where's Paul George at now? It doesn't matter. It's all about what the New Orleans Pelicans decide to do. And you have to understand and realize that. So with that being said, your man Herbal Love, like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section. At the day, y'all need to look at the freaking coach before y'all start talking about these young players. He's not a young players development coach. He's a veteran coach. And y'all need to understand and realize that. I told y'all many videos, when young players get hot, he's known to put these hot players on the bench for a long period of time, and then he bring them back in when they freaking cool down and expect them to pick up where they left off, because he's trying to get everybody into the rotation. You can't work it like that, man. You trying to run this first unit, second unit hockey squad, and it's not working. At the end of the day, you got to continue to allow these young guys like Kuzma and Brandon Ingram to get more playing time in the court. If they got to give them 40 minutes, give them 40 minutes. Do what you got to do in order to win games. Forget all that, man. That our bench suck, and the veterans is who you should be calling trash before you call the young players trash. These veterans who Magic Johnson and LeBron brought in. And they ain't doing nothing. The only one that's doing something to me is JaVale McGee. Rondo, once in a while, I ain't gonna knock Rondo. But JaVale McGee is the only one doing something. And that's only when he's healthy, when he can play. Because remember, he got a health condition. So at the end of the day, look at Tyson Chandler. Look at Lance Stevenson. Oh, y'all love the fiddle, but he ain't doing nothing else. Sorry on defense. Beasley, they traded him because, you know, he wasn't doing nothing any goddamn way. You know, Muscle Man, he's hurt. They just got him. You know what I mean? KCP. So think about it. Before y'all talk about the young players, Trey Butler got these damn veterans. We got 4 young players, 1 out. Make sure we got Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and Lonzo. We got 4 young players, 1 out, 3. The best is veterans. So go ahead with that bull crap y'all talking about, man. Y'all know what y'all talking about. Y'all just want to hear y'all talk. Y'all need to go ahead, continue smoking whatever you're smoking, because it ain't working for you. Matter of fact, no smoke, man. Go check yourself into one of them mental hospital, man, to find out if you still got a brain working up there, man. Because y'all guys, man, I don't know what the hell's wrong, but y'all. Anyway, y'all take care. Love y'all. To those true fans. The rest of y'all, man, kick buckets when LeBron James leave, because I know y'all gonna fly the coop when he leave any goddamn way. Take care.